There are hundreds of different weapons in Fallout 4, and almost every one of them can be modified to suit your playstyle and increase your firepower. But what happens when you pick up a simple construction tool from the ground and use it as the ultimate weapon? Can you beat Fallout 4 with only a nail gun? The rule is simple. The only weapon I'm allowed to use throughout the game is the nail gun. And like all good fairy tales, the story begins with the introduction of our main character. This one will be naturally charismatic with sublime skin, magnificent eye, and an incredible mustache with the power to make heads drop. Once the physique of our main character has been established, it is now time to find a name for him. This time, we'll call him the Builder because he loves all construction tools and building magnificent structures. He will have a lot of endurance and intelligence to develop several modifications to our tools. We close the door to this mysterious stranger dressed up in yellow, and let's go see our beloved son. Shaun is the most important thing to us. We are going to do whatever it takes to watch him grow into an even greater person than us. Their bad news force us to run away, hide in the vault 111. Here, our safety is assured, and we will live a peaceful and perfect life with my wife and my son. Well, no. We wake up alone, without a wife, and with the goal of finding our son as possible. And since I can't use any weapon except the nail gun, I have no choice but to run for my life from those terrifying cockroaches. Seeing no possible outcome, I had no other choice to play hide and seek with them. And once the game was won, we were rewarded with the famous Pip-Boy. We are finally out of this hell and can begin our research about the kidnapping of our little boy. It is now time to investigate our fabulous hometown to see if we can get any clues about this bald kidnapper. We talk to our old male friend, Edwards, and ask him if he saw little Shaun. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about it, so we end up killing some insects together. We loot the town, then go straight to Suck's workshop, get our hand on a fantastic tool. It's a long road, so we took time exploring some zone and see the nature. We finally arrive to Suggs and we grab a nail gun for a bit of cap. It's a shame that he only sells about 12 nails. So we salvage everything useful in Sanctuary to craft ourselves some nails. Once everything crafted, it's finally time to start the real adventure. We go straight to Concord, as suggested by the middleman Codsworth, and encounter our first challenge, a bunch of raiders. It wasn't so difficult even with the range of the nail gun being kinda bad and the damage too, but rate of fire saves it all when we are at close range. We now have a chance to meet Preston Garvey and have the privilege to help him again, killing more and more raiders. It wasn't part of the plan, but we still managed to get rid of a weird lizard that popped out of nowhere that was trying to kill us and steal our XP. What a fool creature. Once that's done, we continue our adventure by going to Diamond City, a city where everything is possible and where we can get a decent amount of ammunition. Now fully loaded, we decide to explore a little more of the Commonwealth and entered a facility full of super mutant. I had some difficulties, but nothing to worry about. Was already running really low on ammunition, so I had no other choice but to do another pit stop at Diamond City. It is now time to search for our synth friend, Nick Valentine, who's been captured by a bunch of Triggermans. Once he's rescued, we can talk to Skinny Malone. He wanted us dead, so I killed him first and got out of this place. It's time for Nikki to tell us the truth about the bald man who kidnapped our son. Lucky for us, we have Dog Meat to help us out, search Kellogg and locate him. He was hiding in a facility near Diamond City, but he wasn't alone in there. We have an entire army of synths protecting him, so this step took a while. I wanted to kind of be friends with him because at least he didn't kill our beloved son, but unfortunately he only had one thing in his head and it was to kill me. So I killed him first. I retrieved some intel on him before leaving this place. It's now time to have a little chit chat with Nick to see if we can get more information about the Institute. Fortunately for us, we gathered some brain implant on him that we can get analyzed by a certain Dr. Amari in a place called Good Neighbor. But first, let's explore more of the Commonwealth and level up a little bit. There's so much we didn't saw yet. I ended up visiting Trinity Tower. That place was full of super mutant. We got up floor by floor, little by little, before facing a legendary super mutant that just melted under our nailgun. It took a while to arrive on top, but we finally managed to free Rex and Strong, two prisoners of the super mutants. Once free, we had to go all the way down by killing a lot of those stupid creatures again. A piece of cake. After finishing up this infamous tower of super mutants, we ended up in a comic store which was infected by several nerdy ghouls. We killed them all ourselves, and we were rewarded with a stupid machine gun prop and a legendary melee weapon that we can use. Our expedition in the city wasn't over yet. I wanted to see if this nail gun of mine was able to take down a powerful foe such as Swan, and obviously he was no match against me. We even discovered a place named the Combat Zone. People in there wasn't nice, so we ended up killing everybody, as always, just for fun and for the XP for sure. When I told you that I went for an exploration of the city, I wasn't lying. It's now time to enter another big building. Mass Fusion Building. That place was huge and had several gunners in it. I won't lie, I got killed a bunch of times trying to seek every corner and gathering every loot possible. Even got myself to 1 HP thinking it was all over, but get fucked instantly. I got my revenge and got out of this place to finally go to Good Neighbor. I had enough exploration done, and my son wasn't going to save himself anyways. So we talked to Dr. Amari about my life, the kidnapping, and the bald man Kellogg. She told us to sit, have a popcorn, and watch a little movie. It wasn't long, but we learned a little bit more about Kellogg, and we finally find a way to enter the Institute. But first, we have to find Virgil, a scientist, who will probably help us infiltrate this Institute. After making some nails, we are now ready to go toward our mission, but first, let's kill some super mutant and some guy of the Brotherhood. It took a while to take down this huge super mutant, Lester, but fortunately for us, he glitched out and we took him out. The glowing sea now awaits us. Once this stupid lizard is dead, we finally meet Virgil, and this guy, impressed by the fact that we killed the bald man Kellogg, decided to help us. He told us to kill a courser. Those artificial humans are the only one who can enter the Institute with a chip inside them. There's no time to wait. We head straight to Sanctuary to upgrade our favorite construction tool, the nail gun, with our weapon now Dakka punched. Time to go directly to Green Tech Genetics. This place was filled with a lot of gunners, so it took a while to go through everything, but since we now shoot lightning nails, it was a little bit easier than expected. Now's the time to face the courser and see how much time we need to take him out. A huge 5 seconds. We now acquire what we came here for, the courser chip. We bring back that chip to Dr. Amari, hoping that we could finally see our beautiful son, but no. We now have to find a secret organization named the Railroad. This time, I will follow the railroad route to build our teleporter to the Institute. We had to gain their trust, so we did some mission with Deacon. Now that this is done, we talk to the weird scientist, Tinker Tom, which tell us what we need to know about the teleporter. It's now time to build our little machine with all the resources we have and finally teleport ourselves directly inside the Institute. Our wish finally came true. We finally met our son, older than we thought, but still our perfect little Shaun. He tells us what happened after he's been kidnapped and what he is right now. We don't have any choice but to trust him and believe everything he's saying. We will now help the Institute to save the world. But first, let's look how synths are made. What a perfect mechanism. People inside the Institute doesn't seem to really like me or trust me, so again, we had to do some mission to gain their trust. And by the name of Shaun, the Father, our Savior, that's what we've done. One of them was kinda difficult and took us several tries because the Brotherhood wanted us dead too. Let's find out how many times it took us just to clear one part of the mission. After 12 times, we finally head down the trap, just to die again and again by a Brotherhood Knight Captain, but we managed to beat him. It's time to check on our son and tell him everything we've done for him, and he grants us the huge privilege to rule over the Institute as his successor. Shaun entrusted us with another mission, and it's time to go back to the infamous place, Mass Fusion Building, which this time we teleport straight on top of it. We tried to kill everyone, but they literally sent us flying. Once the top roof is cleared, down we go by the elevator. The Brotherhood was everywhere, so I nailed everyone. We steal the beryllium agitator, sterilize ourselves, then get the hell out of there. Of course, it is a simple task considering we are doing this for the future of the Commonwealth. There is one last mission we have to do to live in a better place. But first thing first, we need to activate the reactor by putting our freshly stalled agitator. Infiltrate the airport where the Brotherhood hide a giant robot, Liberty Prime. Once the airport infiltrated, we have to destroy 3 generators and go to this robot. But a lot of enemy was guarding the place. We did well and even killed a birdie bird on the way. It is now time to defend our little synth virus while he is hacking the robot. Even Paladin Dance was here to kill us, but he was no match against our lightning nails. Hacking completed, it is finally time to destroy the Brotherhood once and for all. What a beautiful sight we have here. Seems our son is about to die. We are going to have a little last chat with him.
I think I'd like to sleep now.
And this is how we beat Fallout 4, only using a nail gun. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to smash the like button right now and subscribe to the channel. Don't hesitate to comment down below what challenge you want me to do next. Thank you everyone for watching, and as for me, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.